All right, welcome back to another MQL5 quick functions video. In this one, we're going to be getting the bullish and bearish engulfing candlestick recognition going. So this is a bit of an extension from the last video where we actually got the open, high, low, and close values of the candlesticks. So we're using those same functions that we built in the last video and now translating that into another function which will identify and return a true or false based on whether or not it is a bullish engulfing or a bearish engulfing. So I've already got the bullish engulfing one written here as a bit of a reference, but I'll explain step by step what it means and as we build the other one. So firstly, we're going to create the function to return a true or false, and we're going to use a boolean for that. So bool is underscore bearish underscore engulfing, little brackets, and then we're going to build the function out like this. And then that boolean is made up of a number of other booleans which need to all return true in order for it to return the overall primary truth before sending it back to the call to actions. So that's how the nesting of booleans work when it comes to the functions. So firstly, we're going to do bool is underscore bearish because we are looking for a bearish engulfing. And the way we do that is then we get the candle underscore open underscore price for the 1 bar back, which means the candle that's just closed. We're going to get the open price of that and check if that is greater than the candle underscore close price. And what that's going to tell us is it a bearish engulfing, that the open is higher than the close, so that it opened and then it closed lower. Then the next boolean is bool, did it make a higher high? And the reason that I do this is because with the bearish engulfings, what I like to do is I like it to take out the high of the previous candle before then closing down into a new low. It's just an additional confluence factor as opposed to like a bearish punch candle, which is just when it closes into a new low. So the engulfing really sets the scene that it takes out the high, takes out the low, and it really closes very strong and takes out all forms of highs and lows. So did it make a higher high? We're going to get the candle underscore high price of this candle, and is that one higher than the candle underscore high price of 2 bars ago? Don't forget the semicolons on the end, otherwise there'll be errors. And then the next one is boolean, did it close into a new low? So this is where we want to make sure that this candle is closing into a new low relative to the previous candle's low. So we want it to take out and close through the wick low of the last candle. So the way we do that is we get the candle close price of this candle. Is that one lower than, less than the candle underscore low from 2 candles ago, which was the one prior to? And then the final one is I like to make sure that the previous candle was a bullish candle before making sure that it's an engulfing. It's just a final trigger to say that if the previous candle was bullish and then the next one's a bearish engulfing, because otherwise it would just be like a trending market and candles going lower and lower and lower. So the previous candle, not previous bullish, previous was bullish equals candle underscore close underscore price of the last candle. Was that one, was the close higher than the candle open? Candle underscore open 2 bars back. So basically what we're doing here is firstly we've got the is it a bearish engulfing? We're then checking, is it true or false that it's a bearish candle? It made a higher high, so it took out the previous candle's high. It closed down into a new low, and the previous candle was a bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing. So then to return that, so to each of these will return as true or false, and they'll move down to the next one. And then the overarching truth is returned when we do is underscore bearish, and it made a higher high and closed into a new low, and the previous was bullish, semicolon on the end of that. So now we've got the bearish engulfing and the bullish engulfing over here. We'll quickly make this one is valid underscore bullish engulfing, just so it matches up here like this. Save this, and now we've got the functions to return if it's a bullish engulfing or a bearish engulfing. And now on tick, to actually return that as a call to action, what we can do is go if valid underscore bullish engulfing. Open up the function here. Then we can maybe just plot a vertical line, which you guys don't have this just yet, but we're going to do bullish. We're going to make the color blue like this. We can duplicate this for the bearish engulfing like this and make the name bearish so it doesn't stick. Tighten all that up. Compile. There shouldn't be any errors. There is. We've got an unbalanced. We have an unbalanced one. Where is that? It's up here. Comma. There we go. Compile. Scratch. Daily. We're doing the open prices only, so that it's once per tick. And now, bang. Here we go. So if we just zoom right in. So this candle here, this candle took out the low of the previous candle. It's a bullish candle. It closed above the high of the previous candle, and the previous candle was bearish. I know the white and the black here is a bit deceiving, but that is true. And then at the close of that candle, it plotted the vertical line. So let's just skip through to the next one that comes up. A lot of these are not bullish or bearish engulfings. This one was close, but it didn't hit. It didn't close into a new low, so it didn't count. But in a second, we should get another one. Bang, there we go. So bearish engulfing. So this is a good example here. Bullish candle on the previous. It took out the high of the previous candle. It closed into a new low, and it was bearish as well. So we've got the bullish engulfing over here and the bearish engulfing over there. So that is my interpretation of what a bullish and bearish engulfing is. They obviously look a bit different from time to time. Like here, for example, it doesn't have as much of a shooting star kind of a look, but it's exactly the same thing. They just operate in different ways, and you can go and make additional filters so that it is like quite close to, you know, what a standard bullish engulfing or bearish engulfing is. But I think the overarching, like taking out the high, closing into a new low, is a very strong confluence and a great candlestick identifier. So that is the bullish engulfing and the bearish engulfing identifier. You can call these functions here that we've created to do a number of different things, but for now I've just had it plotting a vertical line at the close of the candle. So feel free to copy and paste these. These are also available on the GitHub, which is linked down below. So if you enjoyed the video, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you.